Hi, my name is Christina. I'm a dance teacher for Forest Arts Centre, and today I'm going to take you through a really gentle dance exercise. It will consist of stretches, a little routine that I'll teach you, and some mobilisation. So it's something just to really calm you down, to make you feel really peaceful, and there's no pressure in whether you can do the moves or not. Please do whatever you feel comfortable doing. First, we're going to start with a gentle warm-up routine, which I will teach you first, and then we'll perform together with music. So make sure you have enough space around you, you're wearing comfortable clothes that you can move in, and let's get started. So the first thing we do is we swing our arms round in a circular motion, one arm following the other. It takes you from centre all the way to the ceiling and back down to centre again. This then leads on through your head. So once you've gone through the arms, the head repeats the circular motion around so that you see the ceiling until you drop your head back down. So it should flow really nicely. You're stretching the arms out, your head is circling round, and then it drops down. The head then leads you down to the floor, and you plie and bend your knees and place your hands as far as you can, and then reverse it and come back up to standing. So altogether it should flow really nicely in all circular movements, almost like water. It flows down and it comes back up. Just a nice way of waking up the body. Once we've done that, we drop our head to the side. So you're heavy in the head, hanging down to the floor. Your body is just leaning to the side with it. It rebounds off and takes you to the other side, but this time your body gives in, walks down to the floor into a front support position or a press-up position. We then lower our hips down to the floor and look up to the ceiling as far as you can go. It's absolutely fine if you want to bend your arms here, just try and focus upwards to stretch your neck. You then reverse this and push your hips up to the sky. As far as you can go, try and keep the arms and legs straight. Walking the hands into a crouch position, lifting the arms up to the sky, look up to the ceiling, really stretch those fingertips up. We then open up to the front, drop and swing nice and low in a second position, rebound it and come back up and drop the arms down. So that's the routine on one side. We do the same thing on the other side, and we do it 4 times. So I'm just going to go through the other side, nice and slow. Starting with the other arm. Swing round in a circular motion. Swing the head round to follow. Everything flows all into one, rolling down and coming back up. Because we're going this side this time, our rebound starts the other way to take us over into our front support position, hands firmly on the floor. Drop the hips down, look up to the ceiling, really try and stretch that neck, and reverse up to the sky, hips up. Walk the hands in, roll up through the knees, bending, arms reaching up to the sky, head looking up. Open out to the front, plie in second, swinging the arms to give you that momentum, and then placing them by the side. So that's the routine broken down. We're going to do it with music. It's really slow, so take it easy. We're going to do it 4 times in total. start in parallel, very similar to the warm-up we did. Our arm swings round up to the sky, the other arm follows, but this time it sweeps to the side. So you should have one long arm to the back and one across the front. I'm just going to turn to the side so you can see the shape I'm making. It doesn't matter if you're making this exact position, the movement's very fluid, so you just have to kind of hit this point where you feel a twist in your body and your arms are following that pattern. So we start in parallel. Arms swing round and up to the sky, they wrap round the body and they go to the side. They immediately unwrap and they reach forwards this time, so similar to the circular motion, but we're reaching forwards out now instead of reaching upwards. Okay? So all together, round, sweep, open, wrap again, but this time the arm swings out and back to parallel. Okay, so you sweep to the side, you sweep forwards, wrap the arm, and then unwrap the arm. Okay? This arm is going to be really heavy. It's just going to swing. 1, 2, 3. On the third swing, it swings all the way around to create a complete circle and drops down in front of you. As that happens, you drop down into a second position plie, and this happens over 2 steps. So if we're just focusing on the legs, it will be down, down. If we bring in the arm, it will be 1, 2, 3, and drop. So a bit of a change in dynamics. We've been very soft and fluid. Now it's a little bit sharper. Let's join that from the top. We swing up to the sky, sweep and wrap, reach forwards, wrap, and let that arm swing and swing and swing and chop. Okay, so when we're in second position, we want to try and have our knees over our toes, our legs are bent, they're nice and sturdy, and the arm is just hanging in front of the body whilst the other is still wrapped around the back. The next move we go into pushes our weight onto one side so that we have a long leg and a bent leg. The arms echo this movement, so our arm comes up in front of us into a sharp angular shape, and the other is long. So, from the swings, 1, 2, 3, and drop, and change. Okay, so it's really nice and fluid, it's naturally moving and bouncing. And from this bounce movement, we're going down to the floor. So, be careful of your knees here. You can use your hands, so don't forget you've got them. Use them and give in to the floor. Okay, that's something that's really important when we're working on floor work, is that we give in and our weight drops. Okay, so we're here, we're in this sharp angular shape. I'm then going to lift up my leg and tuck it underneath itself so that my toes are lower down to the floor than my heel. Bending in the leg, catching on the hand. This shouldn't have any weight on it now. The weight should be tracking all the way down into the floor. We swing the arm round, and as we do, we straighten the leg. So again, arm and leg echoing each other. Circle round and bring the leg in and come up to sitting. So you've got the straightening of the arm, the circle up to the sky, the leg folds in, and we come to sitting. So, joining that together from our angular shape here. Change the weight into the leg, circle up and extend the leg, bring it in and come up to sitting. So it should transition nicely from weight from one side to weight the other. And that continues when we go down to the floor. So the arm lowers down, our weight goes all the way into the back, and our knees come up to the sky. So you're kneeling here, your arm drops, and the weight does go into the arm, but it's mostly in the shoulder and then the back, and we bring our knees up to the sky. Continuing on, we drop the knees to one side, top leg swings up towards the hand, and then swings back to neutral. So the aim here is that the shoulders stay planted nicely and firmly in the floor, but it's just the legs and the hips that do the work. So swing and up, other side, swing. This time, that swing continues round, but it takes our upper body with it, so they almost go in opposition with each other to come up to sitting. And when you're here, you should be sat in an angular shape with the legs. So one leg folded in and one leg folded out. So once we get here, you just change your legs. So you put your feet into the floor and swap them to the other side. Let's go from the circle. Circle round, bring it in, continuation into the floor, arms extend, knees up to the sky. Swing and up. Swing and round. Opposition, change the legs. Swing the back leg in front to bring your foot and your knee in the same line. Once you're here, all you're going to do is take a step back with the arms circling. Now, I'm completely happy for you to do several step backs if you have to. If you've got a sofa here and a table here and you need to dodge around it a bit, that's absolutely fine. But do as you wish, just do the 2 arm circles and come to parallel. So let's mark all of that from the top so far. So we've got the arms circling round up to the sky, they sweep to the side. Extend those fingers to the front, wrap and swing. 2, on the third one we circle and chop. Change of dynamic, sharp, lower down to the floor, circle up to the sky, leg folds in. Continue into the roll onto our back, knees to the sky. Drop the legs, swing, foot to hand, swing, foot to hand. This time we open out, come up to sitting, change the legs, swing the back leg in, and a bit of freedom with the arms to stand. Okay, from here, a bit of imagery for you. We are going to use the idea of an ice cream scoop. So I want you to imagine your arms scooping up some ice cream, diving down into the floor, lifting, slice and hug. That's a lot to take in. Let me break it down again. Ice cream scoop, dive down, reach out, slice and hug. Okay, so that's the arms. Our legs move at the same time. So let's look at those. So without the arms, step forward, pick up the leg, take it back into a lunge, hold it, and then step back together. So again, in parallel. Big step forward, take the weight into the leg, lower it down into a lunge, and step together. So adding in the arms, pattern will be step, ice cream scoop, dive through into a lunge, slice, staying in the lunge, and step back together to hug. One more time. Step, ice cream, dive, slice, and hug. Okay, let's move on. Drop the head down, swing round, look up to the ceiling, drop the arms, repeat the swing, very similar to what we did at the start, and the arms end in front this time. Okay, so you've had this motion of circularness taking you up. Take a deep breath in and drop your head. Let it go. Drop the arms, let them reach up. As they come back to center, we're going to drop the back leg down, and we should go down into a kneeling position. The arms are here because they initiate the next movement. They knock the leg into our zigzag position again, but this time our chest and shoulders take us all the way down to the floor to the arm catch. Swing the legs round, flex the feet, and come up to sitting. So that's just a gentle way of us getting into the floor. Again, everything's very heavy in this phrase and you've got to give in to the ground, so think about that when you're moving. It has to be graceful, but it still is, everybody's different and you can move into the floor however you want. Okay, so if we go from the ice cream scoop, step, scoop, down, slice and hug. Drop the head round, drop the arms round, down to the floor, hit, full, and up. So everything goes boom, boom. Okay, one thing leads into another, and then it comes up to here. Keep those feet flexed. We rock side to side. So we go to the side, use your hands to catch you, to the other side. On the third rock, you bring your feet underneath your hips, so they circle round. You will need to use that arm to boost you on to your feet, to catch you again on the other side, to bring the foot up to a crouch position. So let's go from upstream scoop again. So step, scoop, pick up, lunge, slice and hug. Drop the head, circle round, drop the arm, circle round, down to the floor. Hit, drop, head, coming up. Rock once, twice, 3 times. Hold and knee. Last thing we're going to do now, we're going to jump up, we're going to change our legs around. So that means you're making this exact shape on the other side. So use the drive from the foot, from the leg, to take you up into the air, transition, and come back down. So it should be bounce, bounce, down. Okay? Use your arms to catch you. Don't use your arms to catch you. When you're up, think about the transition of the arms and how you could use that to take your weight to remind you that it's changing from side to side. So move on down here. This is after we've come up to this position. We use our hands if you'd like to push up and come down. Very last thing now. Hands go down into a crouch. The weight is in the hands now, so you can either use all of the weight in the arms and take you back into a crawl to come up to standing and walk and pause. Or, if you're feeling like the arms had a bit of a workout today, just put them down and stand up and breathe and walk back. Now, we are going to try it with the music. I'm going to do it 2 or 3 times so that you can see how I respond to the music and how I perform. So give it a go, enjoy it. There's no rules, there's no expectations, just having a bit of time to breathe and move.
Thoughts in my head, playing a big old game. There's some room in my bed. If you wanna hide with me, think we're more than just emotion. You're like the ocean breeze, but take my love precautiously, my love precautiously. Run a mile away to a quiet place where we can escape. Run a mile away, run a mile away, run a mile away to a quiet place where we can escape. Run a mile away, run a mile away. I just hope you know that I always think you're important, darling. Tell me if I'm keeping you stressing up in the early morning. I know you will teach me a lesson and I've been waiting for it. I've been stuck inside in the sunniest situations with a wonder in my face, contemplating you getting naked at way back up in there. Don't you know, man, just like this, you'll never hold my hand. Just like this, you'll never go. Run a mile away to a quiet place where we can escape. Run a mile away, run a mile away, run a mile away to a quiet place where we can escape. Run a mile away, run a mile away.
So hopefully you've given that phrase a go a couple of times now and you've gained something from it, whether that be a bit of a workout or whether that's returning to dance. You might have had a break for a while and might not have moved, and hopefully you feel a bit better, a bit more awake after that. Now we are going to do a long stretch, so a cool down but a really relaxed stretch. So as always, no pressure in whether you can execute the movements fully or whether you want to go beyond and stretch further than I am demonstrating. I'm happy for you to do anything that's within your comfort, within your range. so we've stretched out now, and the last thing we're going to do is a breathing exercise. It's exactly the same routine that we did at the start, but it's just the small chunk in the middle. Okay, so I'm going to turn to the side so you can do it with me. When I tell you to breathe in, breathe in, and when I tell you to breathe out, breathe out. Hold it for as long as you can. There's no pressure if you need to breathe in your own time. So, you roll down. Take a deep breath in first. Roll down. Walk out. Deep breath in. Breathe out, push your hips into the floor and look up. Breathe in, hips up to the sky. And breathe out, coming in. Breathe in, reaching up. And breathe out, swing. Just going to repeat that on the other side. So, deep breath in. Breathe out, roll down. Breathe in, walk out. Breathe out, lower down. Breathe in, rise up. Breathe out, walk in. Breathe in, open up. And breathe out, swinging. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the class. Make sure you have a drink of water and something to eat, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you. Bye.